William Still, the father of the Underground Railroad, is the subject of a stage performance at the Lexington Opera House this week. It has a historical connection to Lexington, and the people involved in creating it have a family connection. More in this week's Arts and Culture segment we call Tapestry.
Sanctuary Road is an opera that has been out for about 2 years. It's based on William Still's document. William Still is my great-great-grand-uncle. In 1872, he published his records on Underground Railroad. He was probably the most influential conductor or person in the Underground Railroad, working with everyone that was escaping, whoever got to Philadelphia. And so it's based on all his records, and it's an opera. And then also Peter Still, his my great-great-grand-uncle, his oldest brothers, were enslaved in Lexington. And so part of the story tells that
Sanctuary Road is a collaboration through the Digital Access Project, where when an enslaved person is transacted, whether they were left as a gift to another family member or close relative or close friend in an estate, or the transaction was done through a deed conveyance, we have those records filed here at the county clerk's office. And so our connection is the Peter Still, who is one of the enslaved individuals who obtained his freedom down the line. We have a transaction record with him and his brother Levin in our office.
I play the character William Still, who is the main character of the production. William Still has recorded the lives and trials of slaves, and also he recorded abolitionists as well. In some ways, it's easy to play him. But it's also hard because I didn't live during slavery. You know, I didn't witness someone lift up their shirt and to see the whips on their back. I didn't witness someone who just didn't have any money, or someone who was trying to run away. And so to be in that place is very humbling, but it's a true learning experience that I've had, and it's been great, this journey.
When someone documents their history, when they tell their story, it's important because then we know exactly what that person was dealing with. We don't have to go to, secondary sources. We know exactly what William Still was dealing with, and it's important for African Americans because it's so difficult for us to find and trace our histories, because most of my research is done in probate courts and archives where I'm looking at other individuals' wills, where they are exchanging people with just the first name. And so when someone like William Still writes and documents this with precise accuracy, it's amazing. It's unheard of.
Oftentimes, we don't know when a composer composes something or writes, we don't know what's going to happen when it comes up. And so when it becomes a time where the political and social atmosphere of the country or a place is in peril or in a situation of unrest, and you have a work that has the potential to shift the conversation of the atmosphere, it's a true honor. And we are in that time right now, and it's so cool to have this work and be able to present it in times like these, because we could present this anywhere, and it would be a true story, a true American story told to people who are willing to listen and who are willing to see.
I want them to see these names and show how a family navigated through the system of slavery and found their way back.
The whole legacy is all about connection. It's about family, and that's family is connection. That's what the Underground Railroad was about. It was strange because they were running away from, they had to disassociate with their families, but at the same time it was about them leaving their families better than where they were. That's what my great-great-great-grandparents, when they escaped so I could be here today saying that it's about family. It's about connections.
So Sanctuary Road, the opera, is set to be performed at the Lexington Opera House this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Afterwards, a panel discussion will include a conversation about William Still and his legacy.